The Olympic Area Agency on Aging offers multiple programs to protect the choices and independence of older adults, people with disabilities, and their caregivers over an 8,000 square mile region. Two of the largest programs we offer are Senior Information and Assistance and Senior Nutrition. However, in-person services are tough to deliver in our rural coastal region. MAV is an innovative and cost-effective service delivery program designed to bridge the gap between these rural communities and the services they need. Our mobile assistance vans, operating out of the North Beach Senior Center in Ocean Shores, Washington, provide food, information, and critical supplies directly to individuals whose needs are not met by traditional service models.
We had a whole section on this Washington coastline that didn't have access to food, partly because of the distance and the regional difficulty of our local community organizations getting out here, and we had a willing partner in Jeffrey to get out food.
A lot of these areas, outlining areas, remote areas, and you know where we live, it's remote, in a lot of areas. And that was the thing. We need to visit those areas and provide the services to them. And that's what we're doing.
If you look at our very rural area, a lot of places are 30 minutes or more from social services, and in some cases even from food distribution sites, or the local food distribution sites are very small and can't accommodate the local need.
So the demographics for folks living in rural counties are, they tend to be older, they tend to be sicker, they tend to be poor. We live in a food desert. We live in a service desert where we just don't have services and resources. We also have an area that's predominantly tribal, and we need to address those issues to make sure that we have the resources that support everybody on this coastal region.
When COVID hit, we turned into more food distribution. So this helps seniors, and that is something that people need to understand. I get all the time, you're not a traditional senior center. No, but you know what? We're helping thousands of seniors. That's helping a lot more people this way than it was before.
This is what is reflective of our community needs, and I'm sure there are other communities that are parallel to it.
If you want to maximize your dollar to meet needs where they are, MAV is the program. It's an excellent program. It works together with the people on the ground, like us, that are serving the local communities, helps all of our dollars go further. I mean, the return that they get, I would imagine, has to be in excess of 100% by working with the other groups.
It's stringing all those little villages and communities together just to keep them alive and to keep this part of rural America alive and vibrant.
I've been with with the MAV team since the beginning, so I've quite enjoyed watching it grow. I knew it was going to be big, but I never knew it was going to be this big. As the manager, I locate sites in rural areas that might need additional assistance and resources. My drives can be anywhere from 20 minutes up to Copalis Beach. My longest drive is Nia Bay, which is 3.5 hours.
The sites initially, most of them start out slow once people learn what we're doing, and the word spreads. Small communities, the word gets out. That is where it grows.
One of the things that MAV does here is get some people in contact with a variety of programs available in the state.
I provide information and assistance to folks looking for resources. Anything from Medicare, Medicaid, community resources, things like helping people with obtaining eyeglasses, helping them get on food stamps. We're reaching the communities that are, outlining communities, rural communities that wouldn't necessarily have access to the information if we weren't bringing it to them. People that wouldn't normally walk into the office looking for something, because they're not in the area. People seem to really appreciate that we're here and that we're giving out this information. I think that's a wonderful thing.
MAV coming with the handouts they have, but also real people to interact with the clients and explain to them who to call, how to fill it out, what they can expect is incredibly beneficial to the elderly in our community, the at-risk in our community, the homeless in our community.
This is what I like to do. I like the feeling that I get from helping somebody that wouldn't otherwise get the help, you know?
It's important to have a bilingual staff person because 10% of our population in the South counties are Spanish speaking.
It's more of a comfort thing and more for them to know that it's a safe place. Like, it's safe and we're all here to help. You can tell they're a little shy and a little scared at first because they're not sure of what's going on. And so they get a little scared, and then when I come up and I start talking to them in Spanish, like, oh, you work with them? I'm like, yeah, I do. And she's like, what is this? Like, who brought you guys? Like, what is this all about? And I explained to them what we're all about, what all we bring, all the resources, all the COVID supplies, all the food.
There have been a couple times when we have been a little short on food, and they come on days when we've needed them, and we really appreciate that fact.
The ladies that run it always have a smile for us when they come in. They always tell my wife and I hello. We see them once a month, and it's always a great time when they're here because they supplement what we have.
The MAV program has been a very helpful resource for the communities, and I just love them.
Really, the partnership is friendship. Other people that care about folks that are at risk or don't have much, and having more partners, more hands making the work a little lighter.
I am very proud to do this. I have seen what it has done to bring joy and independence to individuals' lives.
Yeah, this is a great service that these people are doing us here, and I really appreciate this stuff. It's fantastic. Thank you very much.
The fact that the MAV was able to serve over 1,000 people in the month of June, it delights me that there are 1,000 additional people who we didn't serve have now been served.
It helps our family out a lot, getting the assistance through when they come to the food bank. Just the food. I mean, you think about a bag of potatoes right now is $5. It's pretty intense. We don't get food stamps. We're like right there at the benchmark where we're middle class, but not quite low enough to get assistance. So it definitely helps.
This has been a blessing for a lot of people. Times are hard, especially for the elderly people around here. They can't afford groceries.
Well, there's a lot of poor people around here that can't make it on their income. And the prices of things so high, you can't afford it.
When you're on that borderline, you make just enough to not get any help, but not enough to survive. What do?
Wife and I, we live on $1,000 a month, and that don't leave much. So we got to make where we can make it. We appreciate you and what you guys do for us, and it's real nice.
It just makes it so much easier for those folks to get what they need, you know, and that's what makes us happy, right? Being able to get that help to people.
A lot of people have told me at my events that they're very grateful. Ask every time if we're going to be coming back. Tell us just what this little bit of extra help means the world to them, you know.
Lots of resources, lots of information, helpful gals. If they don't know the answer, they'll find the answer for us. And they give us some great groceries to help make things stretch further.
You know, the more we go, the more they reach out to us.
I look forward to their visit here each month. Absolutely.
It makes me so grateful to be able to help people. And that's why I do it. That's why I do it.
Working with Jeff and his team, they're amazing. Seeing that our director has been open to trying this, you know, she kind of went out on a limb here to say, yeah, let's try this totally different kind of service delivery. Let's put the funding into it. Let's put the staff time into it.
We're fulfilling our mission. We're fulfilling what our service businesses are supposed to do, and that is to help people live where they want to live and with whom they want to live with in the most independent way and preserve their choices. That's what it means to me. It serves our mission.
I don't see the need going away. As you well know, food banks, their guest count is up 25–30%. We're seeing that as well. So that is why this program needs to continue.
Stuff like this pulls you through, it keeps you going. So that's what it means to me.